the James Harden D Wade debate is heating up again, and there's an argument the Harden fans always use that I actually want to flip around. Harden fans always talk about the Steph and KD Warriors and how they were too dominant for him to overcome, but I want to talk about another team from D Wade's era that he did overcome that we don't talk enough about. And that team is the Detroit Pistons in the mid-2000s. We always talk about what Wade did in the finals, but this team right here was tough. In the 2004 finals, they beat the Kobe, Shaq, Malone, Payton Lakers in what was the largest finals upset in NBA history and still is. They held Kobe to his worst shooting finals of his whole career. Then in 2005, the very next year, they took the San Antonio Spurs to 7. And while the Spurs won the series, Tim Duncan had the worst efficiency of any player to win Finals MVP in NBA history. And in 2006, the Pistons looked like they were going to win the East and go to the finals again for the third year in a row. I mean, they literally won 64 games that year. That was the best record in the whole league. Not only did they have the best record, but in 2006, Chauncey Billups was an all-star for the first time. Rip Hamilton was an all-star for the first time. Tayshaun Prince made the all-defensive second team. Rasheed Wallace made the all-star team. And Ben Wallace made the all-star team, all-NBA team, all-defensive team, and he was defensive player of the year. They were completely stacked. And despite that, in the 2006 Eastern Conference Finals, D Wade, who lost to this same Pistons team the year before, averaged 27, 5, and 5 on 68% true shooting and over 60% from the field. That is great efficiency. If you like numbers, there's only been 5 instances throughout all of NBA history where a guard in the conference finals averaged 25 or more points on 68% true shooting and 60% from the field. And of those 5 times, only Dwayne Wade did it against a top 3 defense in that season. That's the definition of rising to the occasion. Look, I'm not saying the Pistons in those years are as good as the KD Steph Warriors or as talented, but in that time, they were an all-time great defense, and like I said, they won a championship, and they were coming off 2 straight finals runs, and D Wade beat that team. We need to put some more respect on that. Speaking of respect, I feel like people also push narratives about D Wade's time playing with LeBron, but that's a whole nother topic. If you want me to get into that, drop a comment and I'll drop another video.